Hey everybody, we're here today doing the crawfish bisque recipe. So right now in the soup kettle, we've already have our onions and our margarine softened, just like the recipe says. So now we're ready for step 2. Go ahead, Miss Maddie. We're gonna put in the white wine. This is a double batch. So we're gonna add 1 gallon of white wine. And then the kettle's on high, by the way. Then we're gonna add our 2 bottles of dry sherry. This has to be dry. It cannot be cream sherry, and we're gonna talk about how you're gonna get this to your store. But go ahead and dump that in, and then we can just discard the bottles. This bottle size is a 750 milliliter. That's important, and like I said, I'll get with each of you to make sure you're buying the right thing. After the 2 bottles of sherry, we're gonna add the 2 pounds of roasted garlic base. So I made the recipe so it's 2 equal containers, so we don't have to weigh it out. Each one is 1 pound each. So we'll put that in there, make sure we get out all the goodies from the inside of the container. All right, there's one, and then the other one. And then after we scrape out both garlic pastes, we're going to do 2 lobster base. Good job. Same thing, it's 2 equal pounds. These are 1 pound containers. Make sure we get all of this out. This is all the flavor in the soup right here. You have some stuck. If it's a little stubborn, you can't get it out, you can rinse the container with the warm water inside the kettle, and we'll do that after we shoot this, just to make sure everything's out of these containers. And then after the lobster base, we'll add the Cajun seasoning. This is a new Cajun seasoning that will replace our current. Go ahead, that's 2 cups because we're doing it times 2. Okay, and then we're going to go back after we shoot this, and we're going to rinse out all the containers to make sure all the flavors out of the plastic containers. So go ahead and stir that up. Okay, again, the kettle's on high. We kind of want to get a visual of where this stands volume-wise on the kettle, because we're going to reduce it down by half. It's going to be a nice, thick, brown liquid when we're done. So this will take about 20 minutes. So we'll come back and do the next step after it's reduced. All right, so we're back. We have reduced this liquid for 25 minutes, and you can see, go ahead and stir it, please. And you can see how it has thickened and how it's really gotten dark in color. This is gonna reduce all the flavors together. You can see the stickies on the side of the pot as it was reducing. That's a good thing. Those will come off and also flavor the soup. So what we're gonna do now is the next step. Go ahead, and to that, we're going to add the cream base and the water. So we've already added this just like the other soups. So we're going to take a total of 14 quarts of the water mixed with the cream base. Now we did half and half, and then we had an extra gallon we had to use just plain water like we did before. But we'll talk about that. So the cream base goes in. The temperature right now is on high, so we're good to go. So there's your cream base. Here comes the extra water total. This will make it a total of 14 quarts of water. Bull, go ahead and stir as she's adding. Next, we're going to put in the crawfish and the kosher salt. Now these go in at the end, so they just have a chance to stew in there and get tender, but we don't want to overcook them. So crawfish is in, 1/4 cup of kosher salt. Again, we're doing it times 2. We're going to mix it all together for about 15-20 minutes. This will come up to a soft simmer. Then we're going to cut off the heat and divide it into 6 soup containers. Please call me if you have any questions. Thanks.